During my recent visit to Mallory Park Racing Circuit near Leicester, I was fortunate enough to grab a few moments with Hawk Racing team principal Stuart Hicken. He established Hawk Racing in 1999, and since its creation it has been one of the most competitive and professional teams in both track and road racing. Stuart has been involved in the world of motorcycle racing since he started racing motorcycles in the mid-60s. His successful 12-year racing career included several appearances at the Isle of Man TT. Born just up the road from Mallory Park, he was inspired and intrigued at the sight of motorcycles passing his house as a child. As a 10-year-old, he cycled to the circuit, was captivated by the noise and the speed of the bikes, and this is where it all started.
I started then racing myself in '65. My first meeting was here, and I've loved the place ever since. I've done various things in motorcycling, road short circuits, road racing, motocross, suspension. I've always been involved with motorcycles. Ran a world superbike team, and then at the end of '95 we ran out of budget for the world, and friends that ran Mallory here, the Overend family, invited me to come and work here and try and build the motorcycle side up, which evidently I jumped at, and I was still running my own race team as well. So that started another era of working here and trying to build up and get the place looking better. They then sold out to BARC, who made a giant mess of it, upset all the villagers, upset everybody else. And then when it went bankrupt, allegedly, through noise and overuse, I couldn't see the circuit shut, so Eddie Roberts and I, another racer, we took it on, and then I bought Eddie out 3 years after that, and away we go really, and trying to improve the look of the place, keep it tight, silly things, keeping things tidy is a bonus. So yeah, we're now running around about 48 track days a year, motorcycle track days, car track days, race meetings. So the circuit's busy again. We're not upsetting locals because we're very strict on the policy there. We have a drive-by meter just down here that takes a picture of anybody that is over the noise limit. And we have a noise meter and cameras in there. I have wind meters everywhere. So today, because it's very windy today, we can't do anything about noise because it's over 6 knots, which means you can't do anything. So there's plenty to look at, plenty to do. So it keeps me busy now I'm 21.
So you're also running a race team now as well?
Yeah, also run a race team. In fact, we're the oldest race team in BSB, Hawk Racing, which my son's very, very much involved with that. We do the TT. We've now won, I think, 7 or 8 senior TTs with Michael Dunlop. Michael will be here tomorrow as a guest. We went this year and won 4 TTs, 2 seconds and a third, so not too bad going for a small team. We like beating big money teams, that's what we like to do. And we're doing well in the British Superbike. We've got 2 young bucks on the bike, which is always hard work. We know they're going to fall off, but you have to take the rough with the smooth. And I think they've learnt a lot now. We had a good meeting at Snetterton last meeting. They scored good points. So yeah, we're chipping away.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So, in terms of the racetrack, what sort of people come to use this? Is it mostly clubs, or is it?
It's mainly club. Yes, it's mainly clubs. I steer clear of. People say to me, "Oh, you want BSB back?" Well, I don't, because I don't want to give Mr. Palmer 200 grand really, and it rains and I'll lose a load of money, which is not what I'm trying to do. So we'll stick to. We run so. People don't realise we have with the lake. We do triathlon every night in the week. We've either got running, triathlon, or cycling. There's a gents senior league, junior league, and then village cycling as well. So we try to keep the place busy. We have electric Formula E test here, because they like it, because it's got so many twists in the circuit. Then Formula E cars, which I didn't realise, they'd tell me that they can go as fast as a Formula 1, but it's not what it's about. They like to have as many corners, so so they can store power and all this malarkey. We have all the major manufacturers, Norton, BSA, Royal Enfield, Triumph, all do their testing here. So we generally try to keep busy with everything. Classic cars, classic bikes, modern bikes. My lads race here in there. I also, or the company owns a thing called M-Race, Midland Racing Association, which is a club that's gone back many, many years, 30 odd years that's been running here. That was going down a little bit, so we took it on and built that up to 400 members. My guys, when we're not at BSB, come and race here, so the crowd enjoy that. They're going round in, what are we doing now, 50.2 with the bus stop in and Edwina's in, so quite quick.
That's good. So do you think? What do you think about the state of motorcycle racing now in terms of its long-term future? Where do you think that's going?
Very, very difficult, and not the way I would. When you look at the amount of clubs that have gone pop over the last 20 years, it is frightening, absolutely frightening. As a youngster, I used to drive to probably, if I hadn't booked in here or Brandsway, we'd drive up to Cadwell on a Friday night and know there'd be 2 clubs there, late entry on the Saturday, late entry on the Sunday, and we'd be away racing. It just doesn't happen now. And maybe that's caused by track days, I think people, because track days are very busy, but it's not good to see the demise of club racing, and I think some of that as well has been caused by BSB, because I hear young lads say, I race at BSB. Well, you do, but you're only in a very, very junior class.
Right.
Maybe it's the parents want to go there in the motorhome and watch BSB and the kids riding as well, but I don't think it's good. My own opinion, you shouldn't be able to ride at BSB until you've done a minimum of 3 years club racing. We all had to serve apprenticeships. In those days, my first race, I think I was on the grid here, and there were probably 5 Grand Prix riders on the grid in a club race because they wanted practice. So it's changed massively. Unfortunately, as well, the cost has changed. When I look now what I'm paying for parts, if I took a rear shock, which is 10,000 quid, I could have bought a bike and ran it in my day and had some change. So our tyre bill for 2 superbike riders and 1 stock car is 62 grand a year.
It's a lot of money.
Just mad.
Yeah.
But if you don't put them on, they crash. So you've got to have good tyres on. So it's But it's what I love and what my son loves. So we keep doing it.
Well, thank you ever so much for speaking to us.
No problem.
Really good. Thank you very much.
Super.